Ciao ragazzi, today's lezione is how to conjugate verbs ending in ARE. For example, here's a list of verbs that we've seen throughout the year. Guardare, parlare, usare, cucinare, cantare, ballare, nuotare, and ascoltare. All of these verbs end in an ARE, therefore they will all take on the same rules of conjugation. Now, the verbs as we see them here, before we've done anything to them, are what we call infinitive, which means that they haven't been changed, they haven't been conjugated, they are just in their purest form. So guardare is an infinitive, parlare is an infinitive, and so on and so forth. So to conjugate, we're going to have to change the infinitive. The first step is to remove the ARE from the end of the infinitive to get the stem. So guardare is our infinitive, so what we will do is take off the ARE from the end in order to get our stem, which is guard. So the stem is the part that's left over. Let's take a look at the other examples. Parlare, when we remove the ARE, we get parl. Usare, us. Cucinare, cucin. Cantare, cant. Ballare, ball. Nuotare, nuot. And ascoltare, ascolt. So now we've chopped off the ending of our infinitives, and the part that's left over is what we call our stem. The second step is to add the appropriate ending. So here's where it's really important to remember our subject pronouns, because your ending will change based on who you're talking about or who you're talking to. So for the io form, the ending is o, tu, I, lui, lei, a, noi, iamo, voi, ate, and loro, hanno. These are our 6 endings: o, I, a, iamo, ate, and hanno. So now to conjugate a verb, you need to put steps 1 and 2 together, removing the ARE and adding the appropriate ending. So let's see what that looks like. Let's take the verb guardare. Guardare means to watch. So in order to conjugate this verb, the first step, like we said, is to remove the ARE to get our stem. So removing the ARE, we get guard, and that is our stem. So now we can put that into all of our conjugation boxes, because that's where we're going to start from. Then the second step is to add the appropriate ending. So as we discussed, the io ending is o, tu, I, lui, lei, a, noi, iamo, voi, ate, loro, hanno. So when you add steps 1 and 2 together, the conjugation of the verb guardare is guardo, guardi, guarda, guardiamo, guardate, guardano. It's important to understand how these conjugations work, because anytime that you're going to be speaking in sentences, you need to conjugate your verb to match who you're talking about or who you're talking to. So for example, if I'm going to say, she's watching TV, I need to say lei guarda il TV. I have to change the verb guardare to guarda to match with lei, she. She is watching TV. Or for example, let's say my friend Giuseppe and I are watching movies. Now I have to conjugate the verb to match with Giuseppe ed I or Giuseppe ed io. This would be the noi form, since it's myself plus Giuseppe, so the noi form of guardare is guardiamo. Giuseppe ed io guardiamo I film. So anytime that you're speaking in sentences, it's important to match the verb with the person or people that you're talking about or talking to. So let's take a look at another example. Let's look at the verb parlare. Again, to conjugate the verb parlare, take off our ending to get our stem, par. Our stem can go in our boxes, and then we add our endings. O, I, a, iamo, ate, hanno. So the conjugation of the verb parlare: parlo, parli, parla, parliamo, parlate, parlano. So if you want to ask somebody, hey, do you speak English? You would need the to form of the verb parlare, which is talking to somebody. So, tu parli inglese? Or if you want to use it to say, my family and I, la mia famiglia ed io, again, that would be the noi form. You would need parliamo to say, my family and I speak Italian, for example. La mia famiglia ed io parliamo l'italiano. So this is how we get our conjugations. You may want to take this opportunity now to pause this video to fill in the next two conjugation charts on your activity sheet before we move on to the sentences. Now let's move on to see what these verbs look like when we put them into sentences. These sentences match the sentences on your activity sheet, so you may want to follow along as we go through them. Let's take a look at the first example. Io, and then the word is bene, and the verb is cantare. So cantare means to sing. I want to be able to say I sing well. And in order to do that, I need to conjugate the verb cantare into the io form. So looking at our two steps, first we remove the are to get cant. Then we need to add our ending. The io ending is o. So cant, o, canto. Io canto bene. Let's take a look at number two. Tu, and the verb is ballare, which means to dance. So I want to ask, do you dance? So I need to conjugate the verb ballare in the tu form. To do so, I'm going to take off my ending, and I'm left with bal. And the new ending I need to add in the tu form is the letter I, which is pronounced E. So balli. Tu balli. For number three, I'm talking about Antonio. And I want to say Antonio nella piscina. The verb is nuotare. So I want to say Antonio is swimming in the pool. To conjugate the verb nuotare to match with Antonio, that is our lui form, since I'm speaking about him. So I take off my are and I'm left with nuot. And my lui ending is a. So it becomes nuota. Number four, la mamma. The verb is cucinare. So I want to say mom's cooking. Again, talking about mom, we're going to use the lei form. So the verb cucinare, we take off our are, we're left with cucin. Then we add on our lei ending, which is an a, cucin, a, la mamma cucina. Number five, mio fratello ed io. The verb is guardare, so to watch. And the rest of the phrase, la televisione nel salotto. So I want to say, my brother and I are watching TV in the den. So I need the noi form of the verb guardare, since it's my brother and I. So I chop off my are, I'm left with guard, and I add on my noi ending, iamo, and we get guardiamo. And the last one, number six, I miei genitori, and the verb is parlare, so I want to say my parents speak, and the rest of it is italiano. So my parents speak Italian. In order to conjugate the verb parlare to match with my parents, I'm going to need the loro ending, since I'm talking about them. So I take off my are, I'm left with parl, and I add my loro ending, which is anno, and I get parlano. I miei genitori parlano l'italiano. So here's where our video tutorial ends. You do have a few follow-up activities for you to do on your activity sheet. If you feel that you need to review this video again, you may do so now. Arrivederci.